The pure Arabian horse is a fascinating breed. It is present in the bloodlines of every thoroughbred on the planet. For centuries, pure Arabians have been competing in this part of the world. We're here in Al Ain to celebrate a rich tradition. As we're counting down the days to the richest night of racing in the world, we wanted to honor the very special breed without whom there would have never been a Dubai World Cup, and also catch up with Team UAE to see who's on track for the gold. Champion on the track and a foundation mare at stud, Al Hanoud is a legend of the pure Arabian breed. She showed her greatness in the Dubai Khayala Classic not once, not twice, but 3 times.
والعنود تحاول السيطرة، العنود تتوجنا في يوم 28 مارس في بطولة كأس العالم وكرما، إنما أليدو كارير، إنما العنود لصاحب السمو رئيس الدولة، العنود لصاحب السمو الشيخ زايد بن سلطان آل نهيان في المركز الأول.
Al Hanoud won 36 of her 37 races. Her legacy, far from ending with retirement, went on as she produced Mizna, winner of the 2008 edition of the Khayala Classic.
And Mizna will make sure her mother's record stands intact.
Steering Mizna to victory was jockey Tag O'Shea, who recently became the most successful jockey of all times in the UAE. First of all, congratulations on an amazing season. What memories will you keep of that groundbreaking season?
Yeah, fantastic. Plenty of great days, but obviously to reach the milestone of 500 winners on AF Mafateen at Sharjah was a huge milestone, and then to pass the all-time record numerically, which was held by Richard Hills in 5:04. So thankfully now I'm on 5:05, and we've some time left, and hopefully stay healthy and in one piece, and try ride many more winners.
This close to the Dubai World Cup night, of course, we think back to the great races that were run here, and then you were lucky to be associated with a great daughter of a great Ms. Nake. What do you remember of that night, and can you take us through what it was like to be associated with her?
Mizna was an absolute champion, and I was very fortunate to get on her, and I remained unbeaten on her, but it wasn't a hard thing to be unbeaten on her. She was a true champion out of a true champion, as you said. It was fantastic going in. We had the mighty Majani to beat on the night. He looked the main horse after winning 3 Khayala Classics, but I was as confident as I was going into any race, and Eric Lamartinel had her in fantastic shape, and he said she's that fresh, she's almost a bit crazy at the moment, so my plan in my head was to drop her in like I always did, and she had that customary fantastic turn of foot. So when I got up behind Majani turning in, I was able to just sit on her and have a breather, and I knew her last furlong would be best.
So we always stressed, we have the pressure, but I was very confident with her, and for me the horse was at this time Majani to beat, and the preparation was very well actually done. We're never sure, but I was very confident. She was a very special mare. I trained her. She ran 10 times. I won 9 times, and this season I ran 5 times for the season when she won, and I gave a break. And she don't run for January, February, and just run in the Eliwa Aziz for preparation race, and after she did exactly what we want for the Khayala. Yeah.
She was an amazing mare to be associated with, and she lived long in the memory, but that was 10 years ago now, so it'd be great if I could get back in the winners' enclosure on World Cup night.
And you'll have a choice to make maybe for the Khayala Classic this.
Yes, difficult choice. I'm very fortunate to be riding for Mr. Khalid Khalifa Al Nabouda, and we look to have 2 very good chances in the race with AF Sanjanjal and AF Maher. So both horses won very well their last runs at Maidan, so they both handled the conditions very well. So it's a very, very tough choice, and I'm just going to have to wait close to the time and see how both horses are. But look, it's tremendous to be associated, and the stable hold very strong chances, so hopefully I can pick the right one on the night.
Growing up back home, did you know where the UAE was on the map, and did you dream of the Dubai World Cup? What was the first memory that you have of the World Cup?
You know, I suppose when I first came in 2001, it was Nad Al Shiba then, you know, but, you know, I was very fortunate. I was champion apprentice in Ireland, and His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum sponsored an all-expenses trip to Dubai that year, which thankfully I won, and I came, and, you know, I haven't looked back since. So, look, I have to pinch myself. If you said way back in 2001 that I'd write 500 plus winners here, I would have fainted on the spot. So, look, as I said, I've been very, very lucky, and I have to thank an awful lot of people that have helped me along the way, too many to mention. So, you know, it's been a tremendous journey so far, and look, long may it continue.
From Nad Al Shiba to Meydan, the legacy of Alanud continued when a son of Mizna, Rabat Kerer, followed in the footsteps of his dam and his granddam to take the 2014 edition of the Kahila Classic. I couldn't be here in Al Ain without going to visit trainer Jean de Roal and Ziad. We were lucky to be welcomed here last year and had a long chat with Jean. We met Ziad, and I wanted to check on how he was doing and how he's been since last year.
Well, he's been fine. This year, unfortunately, he missed one Maktoum challenge. He had a little colics the day before the race. And the other day he ran well, as a good prep race for the Kayala. He was second. But Richie really respected him last time. So the horse is different from last year. It will be also a very tough race. But the horse is much, much better than. You will see another Ziad in the Kayala this year, yes.
It's amazing how horses can improve from one race to the other. Sometimes when people only look at the form, they say, oh, maybe it was, you know, that's where he finished, but they don't see what's happening on the training track, and you know what's happening on the training track.
Yeah, I can see him. He is just, everything is there, you know. He got the class, everything is in his head. Last year he started making his winter coat 2 weeks before the Kayala, and he had a bad travel to go to Meydan, unfortunately. This is not an excuse, but this doesn't help, you know. So this time we will make everything to avoid any problem. The horse is really well, working tomorrow morning, left-handed. Another work next week, and yalla, we go. We'll see.
How far is the trip in a horse box to go to Meydan?
It take 2 hours, because Mr. Ziad doesn't go in a small trailer. He has to go in the big horse van. If not, it doesn't travel well. He needs AC. You know, he's a star, so he deserves, you know, how they are.
Well, he's certainly a prince. He's regally bred from Mizna, out of Mizna, and Mizna herself being out of Alanud. I mean, that's royalty when it comes to pure Arabians.
I know it's great to train that kind of horse. His father won the Kayala, his mother won the Kayala, his brother Rabat Kerer won the Kayala, so he has to do something. It's not me anymore.
Well, you've heard it, Yad. It's up to you now. We'll see you on Dubai World Cup night. And just next door to Ziad is his brother. Actually, same father, same mother, same birth year, if you can believe this. The only difference, well, they're different horses, obviously, but they run on different distances. While Ziad will run in the Kayala Classic, his brother is more of a marathon horse. He likes long distances. And I don't know how he does it, because he looks very quiet here. I think he's just pretending for the camera. When we were coming earlier, he was full of energy. And I understand that his groom is staying busy with him since this morning. But we'll keep an eye on how this brother from a great family develops as a long distance runner. Jockey Richard Mullen rides Ziad and many of Shah Mansour's horses. Jean de Roal keeps saying all the time what an important part of the team you are and how much you bring. What is it like to work with him?
It's a privilege to work for Jean. I mean, he's a man with a vast experience of, you know, training thoroughbreds and now training Arabians. I mean, his record at thoroughbreds, his Group 1 record speaks for itself. So, you know, when he came to UAE, my connection with Jean was he's very good friends with Satish Seema, who I'm based with. So we got to know each other that way. I was very privileged to ride him his first ever winner in the UAE in Abu Dhabi, and I'm glad to say as well I rode him his first Group 1 winner in the UAE on Laura when she won the President's Cup. We backed that up last year, winning on Ziad in a Group 1 in the Al Maktoum Challenge, and he is just he's a horseman, and his knowledge is second to none. He's a very good person to work for. He's very laid back. He knows his horse, and what I like about him is it's just patience. It's not all about we've got to run here, we've got to run there. Jean will only run a horse if he feels the horse has a chance of winning. So, that confidence of a jockey, when you're getting on one, that this isn't just here to make up the numbers. It's if it takes 12 months, it takes 12 months to run, and that, like I say, for a rider. And as well, he doesn't tie you down to instructions. You get to know the horses, and he lets you just feel your way into it, which is even better for a jockey. But more importantly, he's become a very good friend, and like I say, he's great company. He's like I say, his extensive knowledge of horse racing is second to none, and it's great for someone like me that I'm probably at the latter part of my career, but I'm still learning from him, which is an amazing thing. And like I say, when we stop learning, we stop breathing, I'm afraid. So Jean has been an integral part of what's happened in my career out here as well.
Adrie de Vries is another regular rider for Sheikh Mansour.
It's a big pleasure to work with Your Highness Sheikh Mansour. I had a long relationship with him 30 years ago, I think. I rode his first racehorse for his dad, the president, and horses like Victor and Tibet, they go like 28 years back. So, and it's great to still be riding in these colours.
How would you describe an Arabian bred to somebody who's not ridden one?
They're very tricky, I must say. They've improved a lot during the years. Different types of horses now more bred for racing, and they try a lot harder than they used to do. But still, they can be very tricky, especially if they hit the front. They don't tend to go away from the group. They race each other, but when they hit the front, they have a look at things, and that's a trickiest thing about them. Really, you need to time them well, and they special to ride, very different than thoroughbreds.
You've been in this game for a long time, but do you remember the first Dubai World Cup? Where were you when it was run?
The first one, I was in Dubai actually. I wasn't riding, but when Cigar won, I was here. I'm not sure if I had a ride on the day, but I was in Dubai actually. It was a great experience. Just it was Nado Shiba at that time, and great atmosphere, and a lot of horses from outside coming, and the first biggest race in the world in Dubai. Great experience to be there.
Did anybody realize at the time the aura it was going to develop in?
Well, I don't think so, but they soon find out. It's a great setup and great prize money, and it soon got interested for everybody from outside.
The trend started with Alanoud, set the tone in the Kahila Classic. Abu Dhabi colours have already scored on 9 occasions. Here's a look back at the Abu Dhabi winners of the showcase race on Dubai World Cup night.
Magic Deepabool just in front. Magic Deepabool now drawing away. He asserts his superiority close to home, and Magic Deepabool. Now Nestor left down on the outside, comes after them, and with 400 metres left to run, Nestor and the Border Canon go to the lead together. Nestor on the near side, the Border Canon on the far side. Nestor put his head in front of the Border Canon. They're clear of Parador at the back, but Nestor broke away. 150 metres left to run. It's Nestor 2 lengths in front of the Border Canon. Clear of Forge clear, and Misna will make sure her mother's record stands intact. Inside the final 200 metres mark, he leads by 4 lengths. Nip Block is second. Marie Gagne and Emo King are battling out third, but the Dubai Kahela Classic is an easy one for Prime. Seraphin D. Payon's coming at the pair. Seraphin D. Payon is finishing it off the best. Seraphin D. Payon takes the lead, wins the Kahela Classic. Seraphin D. Payon beat Naishan and No Risk El Mori. Career behind those, then Naishad, Musharab, Versak and El Mamun Montlao on the outside. Rasik went up to Dajanka Day Forge, 200 metres left to run. They're a length in front of Rabadi Career. Dajanka Day Forge, Rasik, Rabadi Career getting through on the rail. Rabadi Career driven through on the rail by Olivier Pellier, and Rabadi Career wins the Dubai Kahela Classic.
Will the Kahela Classic trophy come back to Abu Dhabi this year? Eric Le Martinel has some hopes.
This year we have Mawaib and maybe Darius Dupont and Amouage. Amouage won the Align Mile here. She was good and she had a little problem with the legs last season, so she's coming very well for the Kahela. And Mawaib, she's always placed there, so she's finished 4th last year. And she gets stronger, so we keep her fresh. And also she didn't run the Maktoum 3, so she will have six weeks between the two races, so she will have I think good chance, but it will be opposition in the race.
Faisal Al-Ahmani is the chairman of the International Arab Horse Racing Association. He's also the deputy director of the Emirates Arabian Horse Association and a racing official at Al Ain Racetrack.
Actually, this tradition started from Al Ain when Sheikh Zayed, he born in Al Ain, the founder of Arabian horses, actually. And what I have from history, the first 4 horses from English cavalry came to Abu Dhabi. 4 horses, there were 6. I think they are dead. This what Major Wilson told me, dead in the way, shipping them from England by boat. So Sheikh Zayed had big foundation here because he have a lot of good relationship with all the tribes around the Gulf. And he start the races, he start doing some trophies, some money to put these people in the races. Early 90s, we start the Emirates racing. And from that time, Sheikh Zayed already had a big foundation. So horses, falcon, camels, I think is too much related with our culture. So the fastest on them is the purest. It's not who's the most beautiful camel or most beautiful falcon or beautiful horse. or face is a purest. No, the fastest was the purest. And this tradition is long time back, you know. Even though when they have fight or they have between the tribe, they ride the camel and the horse behind. So if they fight and they want to fight or run or escape, they use the horses. So horses was you know, everything for them, and only big sheikhs and who can afford, because the life is difficult, you know. Now, thanks to God, you know, with our foundation, the founder put Sheikh Zayed, we have a good, safe country. But it was different before the life. Then the new person come who take it to higher level, His Highness Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed. Sheikh Mansour, he support the races here, over 160 races, and he support over this amount or more or less in 80 different tracks in the world. For me, as a chairman of IFAR, the International Federation of Arabian Races, life easy because I have someone to depend. He's a big mountain for Arabian horses, you know. If Sheikh Mansour take his hand from Arabian races from the world, many countries will collapse. So he loves the races. He's pushing more, and every year we have new races. That's what I love. I'm honored to work with Sheikh Mansour personally. He have a passion with the class, really. You know, in France, he's top leader and owner, but he don't do one day race and he go away. No, we do small races, big group one. This year we have 21 races in France, you know, at least 1/3 of the main races in France. And he breed in France. This person, he have a really passion and class of Arabian horses. He said, I don't win, I also gave you races. So this is what we need for industry, you know. I heard one time Aga Khan said, even we have the pyramid and we win the top of the pyramids, but without the foundation, we cannot do anything. So that's why they put some money to do races. You don't have the only person for Arabian horses, I think, is supporting globally, you know. We have also Sheikh Hamdan Shadwell, but I mean Sheikh Mansour, all of them, for me, my boss, and they go, but Sheikh Mansour, really, he keep the passion of Arabian horses, Arabian.
And there's an Arabian champion that everybody remembers. When we think of the Dubai World Cup and Kahela Classic, we think Al Anoud, and what an incredible champion, and legacy and family, incredible.
Yeah, Al Anoud is one of the top horses that he produced, and he have the third generation now from Al Anoud. He had two Munjiz, which is the top, and Mizna, which he produced Rabah the career, winning 3-4 Group 1 over one season, the highest rated in that year. Still, Sheikh Mansour have more, and I think to be a top breeder in UAE and top winner 3 years old in France, I think that's explain what he's doing. I think he's going good foundation.
Catch up with Shamir Al-Wadba, who's being saddled for the final leg of the Al-Ain Marathon Series. His stablemate Ajaj won the race last year. They will have 5,100 meters to cover. That's 3,100 more than the Kahela Classic. It wasn't the day for Ajaj, who finished third, and Shamir, who finished fourth. That's a wrap for us here at Al Ain. See you soon.